really important that we begin to change the mindset of young people to know that your vote counts.
They don't understand that the legislative arm of government is actually a co-equal arm of government.
We have an incredible amount of potential.
Whatever it is I was doing, because of my personal DNA, it had to be of an international standard. Which is what, seriously speaking, is all about.
Welcome. Always a joy to welcome you to this show because we always talk seriously about things that make your lives better. Now, my guests today are two females, and that's not because I'm being partial. Once you're great and you're doing great things, you could always end up here. You just never know. Now, the theme of my conversation with them is about chasing your dreams and where does technology lie in making this happen. They both happen to be lawyers and they're both in the food business. Tell me, how did this happen? Well, we only found out when we sat in the studio to have this conversation. So if you're thinking about chasing your dreams, I'm wondering, in what area can technology help me do that? You should be watching this show. We'll be right back with my guests, if you don't go away. Yes, the first person I'm having on set with me, I simply call it Tiyan. Yoruba people will call her Aburu to me. For me, in my language, is Otemenihiri, my small sister. So it's nice to have you on set, Tiyan.
It's so nice to be back here.
Yes, but the last time you came, you were talking about Fiesta of Flavor.
We were talking about Fiesta.
I didn't have time to really deal with the whole issue about... Now, I decided to invite Tiyan here because she called me up a couple of weeks ago to say she had this fantastic idea of paying it forward by helping other young people who want to be chefs try their hands out at it. I'm like, really? Okay, you know what? You are living your dream and you're helping other people to begin to chase their dreams. Am I correct in saying that?
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
You remember starting to cook at age 5, 6, beginning to cook, and daddy's like, what the heck is this child doing? Who supported you most, though, daddy or mommy?
Well, both, because I'll say both of them. My father actually taught me how to make eggs, how to fry eggs, how to make sunny side up. My mom taught me how to make pancakes, so that was it. I started in the morning, breakfast, and then thereafter, it just kept happening. My mom was actually much more supportive when I decided to change careers, for sure. But both of them are very supportive today. I'm the signpost girl of chasing your dreams.
Yes, I just wonder, how does a 5-year-old ask daddy, teach me how to cook eggs?
Well, I think my older sisters had been making eggs for him for breakfast, and he hated them. So one day he matched all of us into the kitchen and he said we should line up and watch how to make eggs. We were all very shocked because we never thought my father knew how to cook. You know, when men get married, they suddenly have amnesia and everybody must cook for them. So that's a memory I can never, ever forget, So those are the sort of memories that added up to me living my dream and doing things that I knew that I was born to do today.
So you always kind of cooked?
Always.
Now, in the university, though, but in deciding what profession you wanted to do, you were not thinking about chasing any dream, were you?
Well, I knew I wanted to do something artistic for sure. I knew I was going to do food. Just what about it I was going to do, I wasn't quite sure. So as young as primary school and secondary school, I was baking, I was cooking. I had friends come over at the weekends and I would teach them how to bake cakes, simple cakes, cupcakes. I used to bake cupcakes and take them to school in secondary school and sell them, Yes, yes, I did. When I got into university, I had a barbecue spot where I was doing grilled goats and all of that. So it's something I'd always done. University of Ibadan. Yeah, but it wasn't in the school, it was at the golf club at the time. So it's something I had always done. And it got to a point where I realized that if I was going to do this as a profession, I would chase the line of education. And that's why I set up the Culinary Academy, where we teach people and we train people how to become chefs, how to become better cooks. Not just professional chefs, but also better cooks.
Because you have training for regular people.
We have training, we have recreational classes for people who want to improve their cooking skills. We have classes for domestic cooks. And then we have our professional program, which is the 1.5-year diploma program.
Oh, you did, okay. You graduated, did law school.
Oh, yes, I did. I practiced law for a number of years, actually, thereafter. Yes, and I loved it. I did corporate commercial law. I was doing foreign direct investment advisory. I worked with 2 law firms, and I managed my own law firm as well.
So when you were doing, where was cooking in all of this?
Still, every day, weekends, I was still doing cooking classes. My friends and family members who knew I knew how to cook would send their cooks to me at home. So I literally started the Culinary Academy from my kitchen. And then I was doing kids' summer camp classes as well from my kitchen. And then eventually the dream just began to grow because it was a goal that I knew I was going to achieve, regardless of how long it took me to get there or what path I decided to take to get there.
I'll take a break so that I can introduce my next guest, who happens to be the managing director of Jumia Foods. I mean, one of the biggest technology right now in terms of doing things online. So I'll come back and we'll have our conversation about chasing your dream and where your two dreams intersect.
Intersect.
So I'll be right back with my next guest if you don't go away. Yes, welcome back. My guests, I'm just uncovering little by little. Like they say, when you are discovering people, it's like an onion and you're peeling out layers. But the dream she chased brought her to her hometown, which is, we're close to her hometown, which is Lagos. Having been born and bred in the UK, a couple of years ago, she came back to Nigeria to head Jumia Foods. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Olamide Bada.
Yes.
But you've heard, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks
But
for
you've
having
heard
me.
that the Bada name is associated with some church, you know, the Celestial Church in Nigeria.
Yes, I've heard that. And unfortunately, it's not the same Bada family.
It's not the same Bada family.
Yeah.
How come it was that you were born and raised in the UK?
I mean, my parents moved to the UK in the 80s. They stayed there.
You're a
obviously.
baby.
I know, I am. I'm a baby. But honestly, I think that my journey and my career so far has just been amazing, more than I could have asked for. So it's great that I'm able to come to Nigeria and obviously experience another side of things.
What I wonder, when you think about a company like the one you work for, and you had your career as like a management consultant, more or less. You were in the consulting field, weren't you?
I was actually doing law, so I was working within the mergers and acquisitions place. So, I mean, it was amazing. I was able to kind of be very structured and learn how to really understand how to structure things. But for me, I wanted to be closer to business. So although I was advising different companies, I said I want to actually be the one on the ground that's running things. So that's what, drove me to say, okay, do you know what, let me move to Nigeria, let me try Jumia and actually see where that goes.
Did you apply? Or
Yes,
so I'm thinking about how you got to the portion, I must go back home. I want to do this.
Yeah.
What was the dream you were pursuing?
For me, there wasn't really any specific plan. Looking back now, I'm saying I could say that I took a big risk. But it's actually paid off very well. I mean, at the time, I knew about Jumia, and obviously Jumia was doing amazing things in the e-commerce space, and still is in Nigeria. So I said, if there's any soft landing that I'll get, it'll probably be at Jumia. And here I am. I'm
to come home. So the idea is to stay home.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I've always been interested in Nigeria and Africa. I actually went to the School of Oriental and African Studies just because I wanted to be as close to Africa as possible.
Isn't that strange? An African going to an institute to learn about Africa?
I know. It's interesting. You have the academic kind of side of things, but then you don't really know how it is until you're actually on the ground. So that's why I said, beyond studying, beyond kind of speaking to people, I actually want to be on the ground and experience it for myself.
The rest of your family?
They're still in the UK. I'm here by myself.
Didn't they think you were crazy?
Yes, definitely.
They still do? They still think that?
I mean, my mom, when I told her originally that I wanted to move to Nigeria, she said, it's dangerous, you can't go there by yourself. Me that I left Nigeria, you now want to go to Nigeria. She just didn't understand it. But I think she's seen my career progress to where it is now, and she's really proud of me. So when she comes back, she's just like, okay. I mean, I don't understand it fully, but you seem to be okay.
It's a function of your dreams can be achieved anywhere, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Depending on what you want to be.
Yes.
You wanted the opportunity to be able to practice in an existing, you could have done it anywhere else.
Yeah, definitely.
Why did you pick
But I
Nigeria?
think being in Nigeria makes it more sweet for me because it's just amazing speaking to, Nigerians, and they're very welcoming. As soon as they know your name is Olamide or Bada, that's when they start saying, oh, I know someone else do you know this person, etc. So it's nice to kind of be around fellow Nigerians, and it really does feel like home.
So for you, what's the best thing about coming back home? And the worst?
The food is the best thing.
Oh, really?
And it's actually funny because obviously I manage Jumia food, but food is the one thing that I haven't been able to kind of divorce myself from ever since I was growing up. So, I mean, I have our office is in Yaba, so it's right across the road from White House. So that's where my lunch is from every day. I have my F4, I have my moi moi, my plantain, and that's my favorite thing about being in Nigeria. The worst thing would have to be the traffic. It's just...
There's traffic in London.
No, it's different in Nigeria. It's very different. But that's the worst thing. I mean, you know how to plan around it, and it's not the end of the world, of course.
So what does your job allow you to do that's exciting?
For me, it's managing people. So I came from managing deals, and that wasn't necessarily like close interaction with people. But on the ground here, I have a team of about 23 people in the office, as well as 80 riders out and about. So
So it's more about deliveries.
Exactly. So you'll order your food online, and then we send one of our dispatch riders to go and pick it up at the restaurant and then deliver it to the customer. So just seeing the growth, in my team, and obviously me bringing my outside expertise into the business, and seeing the growth in them professionally and also in terms of the business overall has been amazing.
When you sleep at night, what's the best thing? What do you dream about now that you're home? Do you have nightmares? Or you have, what am I going to break tomorrow?
Not nightmares. I'm always kind of trying to stay 2 steps ahead. So I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow I have, this meeting. This is what I might need to kind of do research on before I go to the meeting. I know there was this restaurant that was saying that they had some issues with operations, so maybe we should close them today. One of my team members, maybe they need to go to Abuja or Port Harcourt. That's all I think about, to be honest.
You have a lot in common with Tiyan then.
Yes, exactly.
So I'll take a break at this point so I can return and we'll have a conversation about how I want people to be able to have seen this show and be able to understand that, yes, if I want to chase my dream along corporate, or if I want to chase my dream along entrepreneurial, you'll be able to take from the examples that both of you have and use technology to achieve that.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Olamide, for being with me. I'll be back with my guests.
Thank you.
In a short while. Yes, welcome back. It's nice to be sandwiched between two pretty ladies who are very successful. And they're not satisfied with the level of success. You young ones are too greedy. You keep wanting to achieve more and more. But in this section, what we're trying to do, as always on the panel, is to, put them together like a little pill for you that you can swallow. I know that this is what I must do. I've enjoyed their stories, but beyond that, I want both of them to tell me what is a dream really, and how does that differentiate? That's different from a goal. Let's start with you, Tiyan.
Well, if you talk about dreams, I would say sometimes you start dreaming when you're actually in the womb. Because
is it related to a passion?
No, the reason I say that is because you find yourself doing things and you're convinced that you were born to do what you're doing.
It comes to you naturally.
Yes, it comes to you naturally if you're born to do it. And then you now start setting goals to achieve those dreams.
Oh.
Yes. So you start setting maybe short-term goals, mid-term goals, and then long-term goals. And then by the time you're achieving each and every one of those goals, you're living your dream.
Okay.
That's it for me. That's
Is
exactly
that different from passion? Did you have what about you?
Yeah, so I agree with that. I think that your dream is something that's within you. It's something that you just can't shake off. You might try and do this or you might try and do that, but your dream will still be there.
I want to talk about one more thing now. Even as you're trying to achieve your dreams, there must be 2 things, naysayers and then the fear of competition. How do you guys deal with that?
Right, okay.
Because competition does exist, doesn't it?
Well, people who think their competitors exist. But we have fundamental objectives. And for us, if we're achieving our objectives and what we set out to do, then the competition is doing theirs and we're doing ours. And we're
on your own lane.
Yes, we're on our own lane. We're on our own lane and we're achieving what we set out to do. And that's what matters to us. Right? And then the other thing was naysayers.
Yes.
Yeah, so the naysayers, there are quite a number of them. Of course, I must have had, moving from one career to the other, a career where I was very, very successful, by the way. Moving from that to another career. There were so many of them, family, friends, but if you have a goal and you have a dream, nothing is going to stop you from achieving it. The only thing that will stop you from achieving it is yourself. So if you decide, you know what, I'm going to listen to what these people are saying and I'm going to give up, then you took that decision by yourself.
Okay, naysayers and competition.
I mean, for me...
Because they will come.
Of course, and they've been there. For me, the opposite of naysayers is obviously supporters, and for me, I just try to focus on that. So people will say...
There will always be supporters,
I don't know why you left law, I don't know why you want to move to Nigeria, etc. As long as it makes sense to me, and I have my core team of supporters, I can go as far as I want to.
And for now, I'll say bye-bye. It was fun talking to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Back to my young days. Yeah. I'll see you again next week. Bye.